Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do, the usual disclaimers. If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused. You know the drill, folks. Read the article, share it on all your social media. Also included in their NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC actually does see through with their threat. All right, folks. Trigger warning one: when we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center, an agape boarding school for boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please go ahead and utilize the headphones, all right? Number two, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and we do speak on dark subjects. So if your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously, parental supervision is advised. More than likely, this video will be short, but who knows with the way that I rant, right? I am just going to do this little small paragraph here. We'll move on to the comment later. Let's read, shall we? Okay. In some, although pain has an element of subjectivity, pain correlates roughly with the maximum electrical current output by the device. In other words, the level of pain that the student is having to endure corresponds with what the maximum electrical current output they are receiving from the GED device. This isn't rocket science. This isn't the biased neurodiversity movement that are just controlling everyone. No. This is an opinion that has been obtained by going over the evidence. Granted, they still managed to shoot themselves in the foot by refusing to name the device in regards to what it is they're trying to ban, and in doing so started this whole thing of you can use device for this but not for this. But we all know how irritated I am about that, right? Good. The device is intended to cause pain and is capable of causing other physical injuries under certain conditions. This is the point. The whole idea of that device is to cause enough pain as humanly possible without putting all the creators and everyone involved in that school behind bars. Dr. Matthew Israel's literal words is it was made to cause pain. Therefore, you can't go in and try to use the argument in regards to surgeries and what have you. Okay? Because the devices that they use are not designed to cause pain. They are designed to help. Basically, they are designed to help the person, right? Before surgery, it's not like these individuals are going in without any form of anesthesia. Okay? They go out of their way to make sure the individual who's going into the surgery is comfortable as possible. The same cannot be said for those poor kids that are strapped to that basically Human shock collar, all right? However, the variability of these conditions, as well as the subjective element in the experience of pain, make it difficult to minimize the risks of any given shock or series of shocks. Here we go again with the debate that never seems to end, in spite of the data and the evidence proving the contrary. Let me say it again for the billionth time, just because my autistic reaction to a painful stimuli is not something that a neurotypical can read does not mean that somehow that automatically says that I have a higher threshold for pain. That's stupid. Okay? Absolutely stupid. Even the categories. All right? It simply means that you do not understand our response to pain. It does not mean that I'm not feeling the pain and I'm sitting there in agony. Some of us react, and I did when I was younger, in regards to physical pain. It might prompt some form of self abuse, like slapping the legs or something of that nature to get our focus off of the pain. So, if that's happening, you might want to find out if your kid is doing something that is causing them pain. Remember, folks, we do not communicate exactly like you do. You cannot judge by even by observation sometimes in regards to how much pain we're feeling and how much we're not unless you're sitting in our bodies. All right? For the love of God, our diagnosis is one of the primary things they camera on is communication issues. Think on it. Is it easier to believe that indeed I'm feeling the same level of physical pain and discomfort when a painful stimuli is introduced as a neurotypical, but because my manifestation, my reaction to the pain is different than that of my neurotypical peer, it goes recognized as something stupid? Is it more likely that I am actually feeling the same level of pain and I'm just not communicating it in a way that the normies would understand? Or is it more likely that somehow autistics have a higher threshold for pain? Use your head, folks. Use your head, your logic, your reasoning. We're going to close on that. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time, folks. So if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to hit those comments. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I'll see you next week.